Welcome. I'm Colin Davis, and this will be the first video in another series where I'll be going through a scenario to continue practicing battalion level operations. Some of the things I'm hoping to gain out of this practice and to share with you all is to continue developing my craft at collective tactical level operations, specifically at the battalion level. I want to practice using the new Mobile Brigade Combat Team composition, one of the rifle battalions within that. Okay. I want to continue practice synchronizing and integrating different combined arms, combat power, warfighting functions into being able to take the fight to the enemy, be in positions of advantage, keep my guys safe, and really get better at that. And it's not just the planning that I want to practice, it's also the decision making during the fight, having the enemy try and punch me in the face and stop me and overcoming that, right? I have added a couple resources above this battalion. I've got some cannon artillery and some engineer support. So, this transitioning to the battalion composition, I've this is about what the new infantry rifle battalions are going to be in the Mobile Brigade combat teams. We've got Alpha Company, Bravo Company, Charlie Company. Delta companies are converting to these new MPCs, multi-purpose companies. We've got a recon platoon, an anti-tank sectioner platoon, a mortar platoon, and some counter UAS, along with some UAS assets. This game doesn't really emulate, as you saw on the OE considerations, UAS yet, or EW, but I'm going to do what I can. Okay. Now, the game, Armor Brigade 2, doesn't really simulate like medical evacuation or resupply, but I'm going to use general motorized infantry platoons as like a med platoon, battalion staff, for logistics element, and some engineers. Okay. On a bigger scenario wise, to keep everything in the bigger picture, this first battalion, my battalion, is going to attack to seize objective 1. Second battalion is going to clear objective 2. Third battalion is going to attack to seize objective 3. That's first brigade. Second brigade is going to attack the zone over here on the island. Third striker brigade is going to be there to pursue and exploit any of the brigade successes, and that is the 38th Infantry Division. Again, totally notionalized here. On practicing the mission analysis, conducting IPOE, intelligence preparation of the operational environment, with our S2, we've determined there's either approximately a battalion minus or a company plus task force team in deliberate defense at objective 1. We expect in the disruption zone a platoon of motorized reconnaissance, and then vicinity of the objective, 2 motorized companies, plus an anti-tank platoon in defense, along with mine wire obstacles in funneling, turning, disrupting in the engagement areas. We expect a motorized company in reserve, along with mortar support. And then lastly, intel suggests that motorized or mechanized reinforcements can come to counterattack depending on when that decision point trigger is for them. For my planning practice, as you can see here, and the course of action graphic developed, generally I've got a west route and an east route, subsequent mortar firing positions to help support the advance with NPC and then the battalion afterwards. Different vehicle drop-off points, AXPs, mortar firing points, logistic resupply points, phase lines, ORPs, so on and so forth. In the general big hand wave, Alpha Company is going to, well, the multi-purpose company is going to conduct zone and then area recons um, up to the objective, start gaining intel on the objective and treating the enemy with fires, indirect fires ideally. And then Alpha Company will come up the west, Charlie Company will come up the east, begin their leaders recon battle handover with the multipurpose company, start fixing the enemy, isolating them, and preparing to conduct an assault on the objective. They will most likely come up to mine wire obstacles where they will need to conduct a breach to gain a foothold on the objective. We're going to start with attacking here east to west, and the flexibility of what having the new infantry squad vehicles in the mobile brigade combat teams allows. Bravo Company baseline has a fall and assume mission, where as far as Charlie Company can reach, whether that's just on the breach or one of these subsequent phase lines, Bravo Company could forward passage the lines through them, take over the fight. If that does not work, they'll be able to come over to the west if that is the best way to prosecute the fight, given what the enemy is trying to do to us. Now, once we get more onto the objective here, the battalion, brigade, somebody needs to really look at this objective, and because it's a multi-company objective, the higher echelons owns developing what's kind of called a GRG, a grid reference graphic. And that's where we've got the objective broken down with terrain identifiable features, roads, buildings, woods, creeks, bridges. So as everybody's talking to each other and seeing a different part of the big objective, because you're not going to be able to see everything, they can deconflict SDZs, track forward, frontline trace, deconflict any indirect fires outside of the reds, and so on and so forth. We will use these tools to help manage the fight, stay in positions of advantage, and not let the enemy do bad things to us. So that's a quick rundown, kind of an overview of what the following videos are going to execute. Thank you. I hope you enjoy these.